Alright, so in this video, we're going to learn how you could get a permanent residency, a VIP permanent residency in just 30 days. A lot of people are interested in paper residencies, especially quick paper residencies. Now, when we say paper, it just means flexible, meaning you don't have to live in the country if you don't need to. You can if you want to, but you don't have to or you don't need to. And a lot of people are looking for a quick passport. Now, not the Caribbean ones, right? They want something more tangible, something solid. I'm not saying all Caribbeans are trash. Some are absolute trash. But considering the situation that's playing out with the Caribbean, they don't know how much price they're charging when they're implementing all that stuff. People don't want to be associated with that reputation, right? So someone who is not looking for a typically known CBI, but they need a passport, there is an option where you can get the passport in just 2 weeks after qualifying for the residency. So I'm going to discuss that as the second part of the video. But before we get started and deep dive in this discussion, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then make sure to turn on the bell notification and subscribe so you don't miss out on any tips, tricks, and legal hacks that I discuss on this channel. All right, the first one is the Panama Qualified Investor Program. Some call this as the red carpet option or the VIP option. I like to call this as the VIP option because it's super quick. In 30 days, start to finish, you can obtain this residency. The key thing over here to remember is that there's a very finite window of opportunity is before October. You purchase a property, and here you're not donating any money or wasting your money. You're simply moving your money from your home country. You're trying to establish a residency. Maybe this is a second home. You can use it as a rental on money, so you can actually generate income. Panama uses US dollar as the main currency, so that's really a big advantage for a lot of people. Let's say you're from Canada or US or any Western nation, you want a stable currency to move your money, to park your funds, to invest it in property, to withdraw it from that property. So you're looking at purchasing a property worth 300K USD. It's a secure property in a secure jurisdiction. It's all safeguarded. You're diversifying this abroad, and then you immediately get the 30-day residency. This is the permanent residency of Panama. It's a huge one, right? In 30 days, start to finish, you can obtain this PR. Now, there is no residency requirements to maintain this PR. It does not expire. So that's a huge benefit. The only key factor to remember is that you got to enter the country once every 2 years to show your presence, and that's one entry every 2 years, couple of years, so you can continue using this residency. Of course, if you're looking to convert this into citizenship, there is an easy option after 5 years. Just want to make sure that you have stronger connections to the country. The 1 or 2 entries is not going to make the cut. You got to at least be physically present, create some ties. You have the residency, you have the home, which is a big connection to the country, but you want to complement that with the minimum physical presence, and that could make you eligible for that important Panamanian citizenship. Let's say you're not interested in this option, right? You don't want the permanent residency, but you want the passport. And Panama Passport is one of the strongest passports that you can obtain. It's a tank in the Latin Americas, and it only takes 2 weeks under a specific program. This is not the permanent residency. This is not the VIP option. This is a separate option. This is good for people who don't care about the citizenship, right? They just want a passport. And there are multiple use cases. Either you want this purely for travel or from a reputation purposes, you want a non-CBI passport. So this is a very interesting travel document in your portfolio. Other people would like to complement this with a citizenship that does not allow dual citizenship. Let's say you want to keep your home country citizenship, but you don't necessarily want to use your home country passport for travel. Then legally, you can add this or tag this passport, associate this with your home country citizenship or option, and then you can travel on a passport of a country that you're not a citizen of. So this is another use case. This does not apply to all. A lot of people will jump up and down and say, why would I do that? Maybe you would not do that, but in the specific circumstances, few people may find that useful. Now, in the second option, this is not a permanent residency. This is a temporary residency. The best thing about both these two options is that you don't have to physically spend any minimum time in the country to save this. In the second option, once you get the temporary residency, which obviously takes slightly longer than the VIP permanent residency, but as soon as you have the temporary residency secured, you can then immediately apply for the passport. It takes a few days, but just to be on the safer side, let's say 10 to 15 days or 10 to 14 days, a couple of weeks, right? So that is on the upper side. Usually it happens much faster. Once you apply, you get the passport, then you're all set with the Panamanian passport. The biggest advantage of this, or the unique feature of this, is that it's exactly the same as the regular Panama passport. Technically, you should have the same access. When it comes to European travel, it's always good to carry an email from that specific European embassy that they're fine with this travel passport, but otherwise, in theory, it should work just as a regular passport for travel purposes. Only difference between this passport and the citizenship-based passport is that inside the passport, where it says nationality, it states your home country nationality instead of, let's say, Panamanian. So that is the only distinction. Otherwise, it's a full-blown real passports with all the bells and whistles, meaning the same access that you should otherwise get with the Panamanian passport. The way to qualify for this is very interesting. Here you're not donating, you're earning money. So they're actually paying you for getting this passport. The way this works is that you move your capital. So let's say you have a fixed deposit in your home country or some liquid cash in your home country. You simply move that cash to Panama. It's going to sit in dollars. You approximately put in anywhere between 250 to 300K, which generates interest. That interest should be $850 a month. And as long as you're generating this passive income, which could be used to obtain other residencies. So you're not just using this to get Panama, maybe you can use this to get other residencies. And once you create the $850 in passive income, that is the qualifying criteria. Then you obtain this residency. Once you obtain this residency, you can immediately apply for the travel passport. Now, one of the biggest questions that comes up when I talk to my clients is, do the two work together? Well, they are separate programs for separate purposes. If you're looking for a passport, then you have this retiree program, right, which gives you the temporary residency and the passport. You can keep renewing this option every 5 years up to a certain threshold. And then on the other side, if your objective is to get a flexible paper residency, then you have the option which you can obtain in 30 days. Both are great options. They just are meant for different use cases. Now, if you are looking for either of these two options, you can always click the link, book a call. We can discuss and get you started on either option of your choice or any other option. And if you are looking for a residency that's possible in one day, right, the same day, and this refers to the card, the residency card, one of the most useful, one of the most powerful residencies in this world. If you've missed that video, hop onto this video. This talks about the entire process, how this is even possible to obtain in one day. All right, catch you in this one.